Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. November 1st, NBA play. We have flipped the calendar into November now for the NBA. It's been a good run so far for us. Definitely got quite a few units in the bank. So I want to take advantage and see if we can push this into even more, get this profitable season going. So quite a few games on the slate today. We'll run through which ones we got and the whole slate itself. But we will get into, let's see, the first game of the day is, it looks like, well, a couple games going off at the same time. But Bucks Raptors in Toronto. Toronto 5-point dog at home, total of 224. We do not have anything on that game. Trailblazers at the Pistons. Pistons 4-point home favorite, total of 216. The Pistons have played a lot of games lately, so we're going to stay away from that one in there in particular. I just think, let's see it. They should win this game, and I think they should cover. So if you like the Pistons today, I'm kind of there with you. We just weren't willing to bet the amount of money on it to make it worth our while on there. So we take a lean toward the Pistons, in that particular one. They got a better team than people give them credit for. I do like Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duran. They've got some pieces, so they're getting there. And then I think they have a really good coach in Monty Williams. There was just a big Piston match here in Phoenix. It was sad to see him go. Ayton was in his doghouse the whole time. They didn't get along. They ended up trading Ayton anyway. I don't think Frank Vogel is as good a coach as he's meant out to be. As they absolutely collapsed yesterday by leading by 20 to a rookie, a rookie-led basically Spurs team. There was no excuse to lose that game. And then all of a sudden they go out and get Bradley Beal and Booker and Beal are out every damn game, which is kind of what we expected with the Suns. That's why their win total was so low, is just because you expected everybody to miss 30 games. So, and that one there. Next game up, though, Pacers-Celtics. Celtics an 11.5-point favorite, 234.5 total. We love the total in this particular matchup. The Pacers love to run fast break basketball. They like to get out, and Boston likes to do the same thing. Boston will clamp down, defensively, but both teams want to run. Both teams want to shoot threes. Both teams want to get up and go, and defense is optional in this particular one. So in the Pacers-Celtics game, we have Pacers-Celtics over 57.5 total first quarter, over 115 total first half, and over 234.5 for the game. Big total, but like I said, both teams like to run it out. I expect the game probably to be in the 240s by the time we're all said and done. We also like Tyrese Halliburton over 10.5 assists, and Halliburton over 35.5 par, which is points, assists, rebounds. So on that one there, so we'll give you that. We'll give you the Pacers-Celtics game one more time. Pacers-Celtics over 57.5 total first quarter, over 115.5 total first half. I'm sorry, 115 total, not 115.5. And then also over 234.5 total for the game. We also like Halliburton over 10.5 assists. He's been averaging about 12 so far this season. And over 35.5 par, which par stands for points, assists, rebounds combined. Next game up, going to be the Wizards and the Hawks. Don't have a really good beat on either one of these teams. I'm not sure what Trae Young and Murray are trying to accomplish there in Atlanta. And the Wizards are just combobble mess right at the moment. And they've played some good teams, so when they're getting beat by 20 by the good teams, let's see how they do against maybe middle of the road to below average teams and kind of get a better feel for them there. But Hawks favored by 9 at home, 238.5 total, big numbers both ways. Knicks, Heat in Miami, 5.5-point favorite. Maybe got that South Beach flu a little bit for the Nets, and 223.5 total. I don't know if the Heat can get there. I mean, the Nets to me would have to win that game by 15 in order to get home to 223, but we are staying away from that one. Next game up, Pelicans at the Thunder. Thunder currently 3.5-point favorite, 3.5, total 227.5. We do like the Thunder this year. They got taken to the woodshed by the Nuggets, but they have played great otherwise. When they did get taken to the woodshed, it might be because Shea SGA only had 8 points. So one of his worst shooting nights yet. But we do like the Thunder. Money line first quarter, money line first half, minus 3.5 for the game. Holmgren over 20.5 par, which is points, assists, rebounds combined. And then we like Holmgren over 1.5 blocks, as he's had a game or two that he's had 7+ blocks in. He has had a game where he did get a donut, but that was first game of the season. I think you're kind of getting a feel for where he was going to be. on that one. But we do like we'll run through that again. Thunder's money line first quarter, first half, and -3.5 for the game. Holmgren over 20.5 points, assists, rebounds. Holmgren over 1.5 blocks. Next game up is going to be Cavs-Knicks. They just played last night, and Knicks kind of wiped them at Florida. They were shorthanded. I don't know if they're going to be shorthanded again. Knicks favored by 6. It's hard to win a game back-to-back nights, especially in multiple cities. I think 6 is too much. We don't have a play on this particular game, but we would definitely lean Cavaliers with those points in hand, especially because it's normally a lower scoring game with these two teams anyway. Next game up, Nuggets, T-Wolves. T-Wolves at home, 2.5 point dog. Total at 219.5. We do like the T-Wolves here. They have been a little bit of a struggle, I will admit. I thought they would start out quite a bit better throughout this, start of the season, but if they get the key is getting the ball to Ant-Man and letting Ant-Man cook. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. So we'll see if they get that portion done. But we do like the T-Wolves here. We think the Nuggets have been hot. I think the Nuggets might be due for a letdown game plus another game on the road. So we will take the T-Wolves plus a half first quarter, plus 1.5 first half, and plus 2.5 for the game. We also like Anthony Edwards over 24.5 points. That's been his pretty common point total. I think it's too low. It really probably should be at like the 25.5, 26.5 number. But he did have a couple, he's had a game below it. So, they'll probably keep it there until he consistently goes over. And then also Anthony Edwards over 2.5 threes. They haven't pushed him to 3.5 yet, but the 2.5, when you're at -145, -150, it's pretty heavy juice on the 3 mark. But he does shoot the 3 ball well, so over 2.5 threes. So one more time in that T-Wolves Nuggets game, we're going to take the T-Wolves plus a half first quarter, plus 1.5 first half, and plus 2.5 for the game. We also, like I said, Ant-Man over 24.5 points and over 2.5 3-pointers. Next game up is going to be Hornets-Rockets. Two bad basketball teams going nowhere. Rockets 2.5 point favorite at home, 222.5 total. We're off of that particular matchup. Bulls-Mavs. Mavs 4.5 point favorite. Been playing well. 224 total at home. We love the Mavs and we love Luka here. So we're going to go to the well here. So Mavs -1.5 first quarter, Mavs -2.5 first half, and Mavs -4.5 for the game. We also love Luka over 51.5 points, assists, rebounds for a par. He's been averaging like damn near 60 in that category. And Luka over 8.5 assists. And then also we have our parlay of the day is going to be Chet Holmgren over 20.5 par and Luka over 51.5 par. So we'll run through that Mavs Bulls game for you one more time. We're not a big fan of the Bulls. They're a 35 win team with a bunch of pieces that don't really fit. So Mavs -1.5 first quarter, -2.5 first half, and -4.5 for the game. Luka over 51.5 points, assists, rebounds. Luka over 8.5 assists. And like I said, our parlay of the day is going to include Luka at over 51.5 par and Chet over 20.5 par. Let's see. Next game up is going to be, how about Grizzlies Jazz? Jazz 2-point favorite at home, 225. It's a little early for me on these teams. When they're really boring to watch, it's hard to kind of really decipher exactly what the hell they're going to do. That's kind of what these teams are at the moment. So we're going to stick away from that one. Next game up, Kings at the Warriors. Warriors 7-point favorite, 226.5 total. We're not on this game just because De'Aaron Fox is not playing, and I don't know how that offense is going to look. I think they'll be better defensively, actually. Davion Mitchell's he's a beast, but he's not the offensive force that De'Aaron Fox is, especially when Fox was averaging over 30 points a game to start the season. And then the last game on the schedule, Clippers-Lakers, home and home. Lakers -6.5, 226 total. Clippers come off of a lackluster first half yesterday and then absolutely obliterating the Magic in the second half when the Lakers had trouble with them. But it is a back-to-back for the Clippers, so you don't know if you're going to see Paul George, Kawhi, and then, of course, trading all those players away to get Harden. Harden's, I'm sure, not going to be ready yet. So this one here is going to be a pass for us Wells. There's just too much going on around the scenes in order to place to have any confidence in the money. So make sure at the end of this episode you do check out the comment section. You will see a link to the Google Sheet. This will have all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units, and what book we placed those at. So make sure you get a chance to check that out when you get some time. There are 4 sheets when you get in there. Sheet 1 is football last year. Sheet 2, baseball this year. Sheet 3, football this year. And sheet 4 is basketball. So check those out when you get some time. And then as always, if you can subscribe and get notifications to the YouTube channel, so when we drop our bets, you get those first. If you turn the notifications on and you're subscribed, it makes it really simple. You'll get alerts on your phone to let you know that we've dropped new bets for you to take advantage of. Or if you just have subscribe to the channel, it's really easy in your YouTube app. Just go down to subscriptions. You'll see sports bets for free there, and you'll see a little dot next to it every time we have new info you haven't looked at yet. So make sure you do that. Get everything first. Make it easy for you so you don't have to search all the way around. Make life simple. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.